Imagine a world untainted by modern complexities, where humanity's relationship with the Earth was direct and unmediated. This is the canvas upon which prehistoric America is painted, a landscape rich with the echoes of ancient peoples whose lives, though far removed from ours, laid the foundations for the societies that would follow. This exploration of notable prehistoric archaeological sites, habitation patterns, diet, culture, tools, technology, and social structures aims to bring that distant world into sharper focus, illustrating the ingenuity and adaptability of early Americans. Notable prehistoric archaeological sites. Clovis Sites, the birth of American prehistory. In the arid expanse of the southwestern United States, a discovery in the early 20th century shifted our understanding of the earliest inhabitants of North America. Clovis Sites, named after the town of Clovis in New Mexico, where the first artifacts were found, revealed a distinctive type of spear point characterized by its fluted shape. These points, dating back to around 13,000 years ago, mark one of the oldest and most widespread prehistoric cultures in North America. The Clovis people were master hunters, their tools designed for efficiency and effectiveness in bringing down large game, such as mammoths and bison. The widespread distribution of Clovis points across North America suggests a highly mobile society, one capable of adapting to diverse environments from the Rocky Mountains to the eastern seaboard. This mobility and adaptability underscore the resilience and ingenuity of these early inhabitants.
Pottery Point,
an ancient earthwork marvel. Traveling eastward and forward in time, we encounter
Pottery Point,
northeastern Louisiana, an archaeological enigma dating back to 1700 to 1100 BC. This site stands out not only for its age, but for its complexity and scale. Comprising a series of concentric semi-elliptical ridges and several large mounds,
Pottery Point
represents a monumental engineering feat. The construction required the coordinated effort of thousands of individuals, moving vast quantities of earth without the aid of modern machinery. The site's layout suggests it was a major center for trade, with artifacts made from materials sourced hundreds of miles away, including copper from the Great Lakes and soapstone from the Appalachian foothills. This indicates a sophisticated network of exchange and communication, highlighting the cultural and economic dynamism of its builders. Serpent Mound, the mysterious effigy. In the rolling hills of southern Ohio lies Serpent Mound, one of the most intriguing effigy mounds in North America. Attributed to the Adena culture, which flourished around 800 BC to AD 100, Serpent Mound is a sinuous earthen sculpture, stretching over 1,300 feet in length and depicting a snake with a coiled tail. The purpose of Serpent Mound remains a topic of debate among archaeologists. Some suggest it served a ceremonial or religious function, possibly aligned with astronomical events such as solstices. The precise construction and maintenance of such a site imply a deep understanding of both engineering and the natural world, as well as a rich cultural and spiritual life. Cahokia Mounds, an urban pre-Columbian metropolis. Venturing to the heartland of America, we find Cahokia Mounds, located near present-day St. Louis, Illinois. Between AD 1050 and 1350, Cahokia was the largest pre-Columbian settlement north of Mexico, a bustling urban center with a population estimated at 20,000 at its peak. Cahokia's landscape was dominated by its mounds, the largest of which, Monk's Mound, rises to a height of 100 feet and covers 14 acres at its base. These mounds served as platforms for buildings, including temples and the homes of elites, reflecting a highly stratified society. Cahokia's urban planning, with its grand plazas, palisades, and elaborate wood henge, a circular arrangement of wooden posts used for astronomical observations, reveals a sophisticated and organized community capable of complex social and political structures. Habitation patterns. Coastal regions, masters of the marine. In coastal areas, early inhabitants developed a lifestyle intricately tied to the sea. They utilized marine resources not only for food but also for tools and trade. Shell middens, large accumulations of shellfish remains found along the Atlantic and Pacific coasts, testify to the importance of marine life in their diet. These coastal dwellers constructed boats and fishing gear, enabling them to exploit offshore resources and establish trade networks with inland communities. Inland forests, the bounty of the woods. Inland forests offered a different set of resources and challenges. Here, prehistoric Americans relied on hunting and gathering, drawing sustenance from the diverse flora and fauna. The dense forests were rich in game such as deer and elk, while the forest floor provided nuts, berries, and tubers. The seasonal cycle dictated the movement and activities of these groups, leading to a semi-nomadic lifestyle where small bands moved between established campsites. Plains are pursuers of the great herds. On the vast plains, the hunt for large game, particularly bison, shaped the way of life. The Great Plains were home to some of the most dramatic prehistoric hunts, where coordinated efforts and sophisticated strategies were employed to drive bison herds over cliffs or into corrals. This way of life required not only physical skill but also social cohesion and coordination, as successful hunts were communal endeavors providing food, tools, and materials for clothing and shelter. Diet. Plants, nature's bounty. Prehistoric diets were rich in plant materials. Nuts, berries, seeds, and tubers formed the staple diet, supplemented by seasonal fruits and vegetables. These plant foods were gathered from the wild and, in later periods, cultivated. Evidence of early agricultural practices, such as the domestication of native plants like sunflowers and goosefoot, indicates a shift towards more settled lifestyles and the development of complex societies. Animals, hunters, and fishers. Animal protein came from a variety of sources. Mammals such as deer, elk, and bison were hunted using spears, bows, and arrows. Birds provided meat and feathers, while fish and shellfish were crucial dietary components in coastal and riverine environments. The diversity of animal remains found at archaeological sites illustrates the broad spectrum of hunting and fishing techniques developed over millennia. Agriculture, the Three Sisters. The advent of agriculture brought significant changes to prehistoric American societies. The cultivation of the Three Sisters, maize, beans, and squash, formed the basis of agricultural practices across much of North America. These crops were complementary, with maize providing a structure for beans to climb, beans fixing nitrogen in the soil, and squash providing ground cover to retain moisture. This sustainable agricultural system supported population growth and the development of complex social structures. Culture. Art expressions in stone and clay. Artistic expression was a significant aspect of prehistoric life. Rock carvings, known as petroglyphs, and paintings called pictographs depict scenes of hunting, spiritual rituals, and daily life. Pottery, often intricately decorated, provides insight into the aesthetic sensibilities and technological skills of these ancient peoples. Woven textiles and basketry crafted from plant fibers demonstrate both utility and artistic expression, often featuring complex patterns and vibrant colors. Rituals. Life and death in the mounds. Rituals played a central role in prehistoric societies. Burial mounds and ceremonial constructions such as those at Cahokia and Serpent Mound indicate a deep concern with the spiritual and the afterlife. These structures were often aligned with celestial events, suggesting an advanced understanding of astronomy and its integration into religious practices. Burial practices varied, with some cultures burying their dead with elaborate grave goods, indicating beliefs in an afterlife and social stratification. Trade, webs of exchange. Extensive trade networks linked disparate communities across North America. Goods such as obsidian, copper, shells, and exotic stones were traded over vast distances, suggesting not only economic exchange but also the movement of ideas and cultural practices. The presence of non-local materials at archaeological sites highlights the interconnectedness of prehistoric societies and their ability to navigate and negotiate complex social landscapes. Tools and technology. Hunting, precision, and skill. Hunting tools evolved over millennia from simple stone-tipped spears to more advanced weaponry such as the atlatl or spear thrower and the bow and arrow. These tools required skill to manufacture and use, reflecting a deep understanding of materials and mechanics. The sophistication of these hunting tools enabled prehistoric Americans to exploit a wide range of animal resources effectively. Building shaping the landscape. Construction tools made from stone, bone, and wood allowed prehistoric peoples to shape their environments. The earthworks at sites like Poverty Point and Cahokia required the movement and placement of vast quantities of soil, a task accomplished with rudimentary but effective tools. The construction of dwellings, storage facilities, and ceremonial structures demonstrates advanced planning and engineering skills. Crafting, beauty, and utility. Crafting tools were essential for producing pottery, textiles, and jewelry. These items were not only functional but also often beautifully decorated, indicating a cultural appreciation for aesthetics. Pottery wheels, looms, and other crafting tools reflect a high level of technological innovation and specialization within prehistoric communities. Social structures in ancient societies were, well, quite complex. They were often based on kinship, alliances, and various forms of hierarchy. These structures determined everything from leadership roles to daily responsibilities. It's fascinating to see how these early communities organized themselves, isn't it? Hierarchies, signs of status. Evidence of social hierarchies is found in burial practices and the distribution of wealth. Elite individuals were often buried with elaborate grave goods, including tools, ornaments, and offerings, indicating their high status within the community. The construction of large, labor-intensive projects like mounds and earthworks also suggests a level of social organization capable of mobilizing and managing large groups of people. Community organization planned settlements. Large settlements such as Cahokia exhibit evidence of planned urban development, with residential areas, public spaces, and defensive structures laid out in a deliberate and organized manner. This level of planning indicates sophisticated governance and social coordination, essential for maintaining order and supporting large populations. Kinship and clan systems, foundations of society. In smaller, kin-based societies, social organization was often based on clan and family ties. These kinship networks provided the framework for social interaction, resource distribution, and conflict resolution. The strength and resilience of these networks were crucial for the survival and cohesion of prehistoric communities. Prehistoric America was a tapestry of diverse cultures, each adapting to their unique environments with remarkable ingenuity and resilience. From the mobile Clovis hunters to the urban planners of Cahokia, these ancient peoples demonstrated a profound connection to the land and a capacity for innovation that laid the groundwork for the rich cultural heritage of the Americas. By examining their habitation patterns, diet, cultural practices, tools, technologies, and social structures, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities and achievements of prehistoric American societies. Their legacy, etched into the earth and stone, continues to inspire and inform our understanding of human history and our
place within it. Thank you for tuning in, y'all. Appreciate everybody's support. If you could like the video, comment, leave a comment what you thought, and share the video with anybody who you think would find this interesting. Your support helps to be able to make these videos possible. As you can expect, this is a new channel. I'm not earning anything off of it, and I enjoy bringing these to you. Your support via the links of Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and Stripe that are pinned in the comments, as well as the video description, is very, very appreciated and helpful. Thank you. Until I see you next time, God bless.